What up, what up, what up? So today is the day after the Super Bowl, whatever day that is. It's a Monday, and I'm on my way out to DoorDash. Like I said, I'm tired of it, but I got to keep doing what I got to do till I apply for the job that I've been talking about. I'm gonna apply for it tonight. But I want to talk about two things on this video. So ride with me, this morning, or if you listen to it tonight, ride with me tonight. This gonna kind of be a long video, so I want to start it out talking about the idea of marrying yourself. And when I talk about marrying yourself, it's going to also involve maybe a few other subtopics. But like I said, if you don't know, because like I said, I'm gonna write a book. Like, all of this gonna be in there anyway. Everybody probably already know a little bit of my story. So I have been married once. I am currently divorced, and it was probably, I would say, being divorced was probably. Hold on, let me silence my phone before I get into this. But yeah. So I'm gonna say being divorced, not necessarily being divorced, but I'm gonna say everything that me and her went through probably was the best thing that ever could have happened to me. Like, of course, that was probably the most hurtful and painful time in my life, and yeah, it was. But it woke me up. Like, I tell everybody that, and I know it probably sounds crazy when I tell people that, but the pain and the hurt that I guess me and her both went through, like, it woke me up, because before we started going through what we was going through, I almost feel like I was on autopilot, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if anybody out there is like on autopilot, like where everything just seemed the same, like you just know what your life gonna be, like nothing new. And at some point, it don't even feel like you in control of your life, like you just on autopilot. So like when we started going through what we started going through, I started being able to kind of like, if this even makes sense. Like I even told my mom and a few other friends and family, and it was like, what? But I finally started being able to think on my own, like being able to just think, and I guess be able to feel. But I bring up that hurt and that pain to talk about marrying yourself, like, and to not settle. So all of these subtopics I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about these individually throughout the video. So yeah, marry yourself, don't settle, and for men, and in particular black men, it's okay to be masculine. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna hit marry yourself. So like me personally, since me and my wife have been divorced, and it's been about, well, we got divorced last year, which was 2020. This is 2021. We started going downhill, I think, in like 2018. So like when we started going downhill in 2018, when we, I guess, both unofficially decided or officially decided that we were going to see other people, I think since who she was seeing, she's been seeing that person consistently since we stopped. And me personally, I haven't been talking to the same person. So they say that normally, well, I don't know how they say it, but I think I may be the one that's more messed up at this point. And it's okay for me to admit, because like my man Nipsey said, like, life ain't a race, it's a marathon. So I kind of feel like subconsciously I've been looking at her from a distance, like, damn, like she's still rocking out with the same dude. And me, like, I done been bouncing around from like different women. Like since me and her have been separated, I think I've been, let me see, so I've been in a relationship with 3 women. And I was kind of talking to one, but I think she kind of played me. Like I was trying to be in a relationship with her, but that was like right after me and her separated. And I think she had somebody. I guess she just liked the idea of us being cool. But yeah, I mean, and I know I have problems. Like one of my main problems, and this is no fault to neither one of them. I'm just speaking about my issue, so maybe somebody else can comment about it. You know, people use social media for whatever they use it for. I'm gonna use it to kind of help somebody else and to help myself, to get my business started. You know, get a community started, whatever I want to do. But being raised by just primarily my mother, me and my father have a good relationship, but man, that they weren't together, I didn't have that father figure in the home. This is going to come into with the masculine too. But I've always wanted this, I guess, this sense of being wanted, I guess. And I'm starting to, I always knew that, but when you know something, you don't never really take it seriously. But I see now, like, I always got this feeling like that I'm afraid that I won't find somebody for me, or somebody that's going to be there for me unconditionally, and somebody that's going to also want me for me. And like I said, I'm going to tie everything together. And so one major factor about me is that I'm a very masculine person, but at times I tend to mask that, because it's like in society today, like if you even show like a sign, like, you know, you trying to be a man or whatever, oh, you need to turn that down. Like even with, and like I said, I told myself before I did this video, I was gonna make sure I say it right. Like I said, I'm very grateful of her. Like I said, she probably, well, no, it ain't even a probably. I don't even know why I said probably, but we have a funny relationship. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but yes, that's my number one person. But like I said, at times we've had other people to come in between us. But and I told her, I said I blame you for my voice not being as high as it should be, because she'll even do it now from time to time. Like she'll kind of do it in like in a way where she don't know it. But when I was growing up, she would like one time I was trying to get my voice right. She'd be like, "Who you yelling at?" And I'd be like, "I ain't yelling at nobody. Like I was just trying to get my voice in order." But she ain't the only one that do it. Even when I be in relationships, a woman good for like jokingly, like saying like, you know, who you getting bass in your voice with? Like women, especially black women, I don't think they used to men being men around them. And like I said, a lot of women ain't gonna know what I'm talking about if you never had a man to be a man around you. And so that's something where I told myself this year, before I try to entertain any woman, I gotta marry myself to the point where I'm comfortable with the man that I am. I'm standing on my truth. So when it's time for me to step out and to date, when I meet different women, I'm gonna let you know, they'll know like, all right, he's on that foundation, he not moving. Either I can see if I can get with it, or I need to move on. because a lot of women, you know, claim to be standing their ground as women. Oh, this is me, you know, and accept me. Okay, I'll accept you, but can you do the same? Can you accept me for who I am? And so that's another subtopic I forgot. I think I did mention that. So yeah, I'm not settling. So going back to my Bob, what is it, Bob Lee Swagger video. If you don't meet the qualifications of what I'm listing out, because those qualifications on what I'm listing out, if those qualifications are like neutral or like, I guess, gender neutral, like as far as if any of those qualifications are like trustworthy or unconditional love or whatever, I'm making sure before I request those of somebody else, I already see those and know that those are within me too. So when I date you, if you don't have those, then I have the right to just cut you off. Or I have the right to, it's an ambulance. But yeah, see, I have the right to not date you anymore. Like, if I find out over a few months you don't have what I'm looking for, I can cut you off. You don't meet my qualifications, so I'm not gonna settle. I'm not working on myself so hard to the point where I'm just gonna accept the first thing I see. I'm not doing that no more. I done been through enough, and like I said, I'm working on myself, and you know, by the time I get to that point to where I'm ready to date somebody, hopefully they didn't work on themselves too. Because if you haven't worked on yourself, then you know, it may just be one of those situations where I'm gonna let you know up front, hey, this is a hit it and quit it, or a take you out, or a friend situation, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, men don't have to settle neither. You don't have to settle with y'all. Like, just because you think you a nice person and you may be a nice person, you may be a nice mom or whatever, but are you a good partner? Like, okay, that's another thing. Like, I go through my mental healing. I go through all of my past traumas. But let's say if I'm having a bad day at my t-shirt business and I come home and you know you on some other stuff, like to where you don't even notice, I may need, and that's another, I'm gonna talk about that too. I gotta read that book. But love languages, like I have different love languages, but I may need just you as like a pillow, like for me to lay my head on for the day. But if you on some other stuff to where you can't pay attention and see that I need you for that day, that's an issue, because hey, you as women, y'all want that same thing. Like, y'all want y'all man to pay attention to y'all, and this and that, and that's cool. Like I said, when it comes to that point, the next person, like I'm paying attention to everything that I'm reading. Like, the next person I seriously date, commit to, like I'm gonna study that person hard. Like I'm gonna commit to that person. Like, it's not just gonna be we in a relationship and that's it. Like, I'm gonna take it so serious. Like, when I date, like the next person I commit to, like I'm committed. Like, that's gonna be like my world. Like, I'm gonna commit to that person. I'm gonna have everything I need to have in order, and that's what it's gonna be. So yeah, so like I said, marry yourself. And like I said, when I'm saying marry yourself, I'm gonna look back at this video because this is more so, like I said, it's for other people, but it's for me too. I like to be able to look back at myself and get information from me, because who's a better teacher than your own self? Because you know, if you talk to yourself, you can learn from yourself. So yeah, like I said, stop. Like I said, I'm speaking to myself. Stop being lonely. Like you can't put a time limit on love. Like, there's so many beautiful and this is for me. There's so many beautiful women. This is for me and for the guys. Man, there's so many beautiful women out here. Like, just because you missed the opportunity on 1 or 5 or 10, man, you just don't know. Like, right now, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm from Henderson. I think I may have traveled. So I've been to New Jersey. I've been to Philadelphia. I've been to New York. I've been to Texas. I've been to Georgia. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Tennessee. I haven't been nowhere on the West Coast. Like, I haven't been nowhere up, like, to the top, like Oregon. I haven't been to Idaho. I haven't been to Vermont. I haven't been nowhere. So it's like, for me to think that the women that and there's nothing wrong with the women I've dated. I'm just saying that for us to have such a limited mindset, and that comes with everything, like money too. Like, even with my t-shirts, like, I used to stress about people support me, and last time I checked, there's 7.8 billion people supposedly in the world. Like, it ain't even a billion people in North Carolina. Like for you to trip off anything, for you to trip off money being limited, like for you to trip off of the amount of options you have as far as dating. Like, stop worrying about that. Like really think about like what you want. Like, it's like with me, the thing about me, I don't have a lot of patience. So that's something I'm gonna pray for. Like, I want patience, like, more than anything. But yeah, more than anything, I want a lot of patience. I want a lot of patience. Like, that's what I want to be given to me. I want to get a lot of patience. Because with a lot of patience, you know, you're able to get things that's more worthwhile. Instead of me rushing into a relationship right now and then being stuck in it for like a year and then having to come back out again and do the same shit all over again. That's what happened. Like, last year, I rushed into a relationship. Like, I was saving my money, like doing shit, like having my shit paid on time, like moving in the right direction. I decided to fucking get in a relationship. And then, you know, all my money I saved up, I put towards whatever. And, you know, let's say, fast forward to today, if I would have kept doing what I started off doing last year, I probably wouldn't be back in my mom's house. But I didn't marry myself. I was stuck on this idea I needed somebody to help me to do something I could have did on my own. You see what I'm saying? Like, patience. Like, that's for me. Patience. But so I talked about marrying yourself. And what else I say? Not settling. Yeah, definitely don't settle. Definitely. If somebody trying to force you to be with them, nah, you ain't gotta settle. Hey, if they ain't got what you looking for, move on to the next. And then with being masculine, like, and this may hurt a few people's feelings, but I don't care. Hey, oh well. You got too many women out here wanting to be men. And I get it. Like, they feel like they have to be men because the men are not being men. So that's why me personally, I have to sit this out. Like, I have to sit out this dating game like for a while. Like, I have to. I have to sit out this game because I gotta get my mind right, because even when I do go back to dating, like that, I ain't gonna say that's a turn off, because I don't, like I said, I've had one woman to where I've been able to be that man that I wanted to be, and I was only able to do that because I had sat out for a while, and when I came back out to date, I guess she probably felt it, like that she knew. Oh, look at your stupid ass. She felt that I wasn't dealing with no bullshit. Like, and she was an older woman too. Like, I date older women. I think she's 10 years older than me. But like, she was the only one. Like I said, that could have been because I took time for myself. But like, that's a turn off for me. Is, and like I said, it's in a book too, but too much of it is a turn off. A woman with too much mouth is a complete turn off. Like, like, I can understand like you being yourself, but when you just keep going with this shit, like your mouth is just like, yeah, I ain't got time for that. Cause don't nobody wanna spend their days just always having to deal with that. Like, no, that right there is not just I am who I am. No, that is not. And like I said, I'm doing a lot of reading and researching, and like I said, a lot of women don't have the opportunity to be, as I've been learning about, the divine, like being their divine feminine energy. So, they have to be more masculine because, men are not doing what they supposed to do. But if I come to you as a man and I'm taking care of all of my bills, I'm taking care of all my business, I got everything in order financially, spiritually, mentally, with my family, and just everything, and you still got this hoorah, this masculine energy, like you a dog, then nah, you got to go. Like, you got to go. You got to go. But like I said too, when it comes to dating, I feel like the next time I date, the next time I commit, the person I date, I'm gonna draw them to me. I'm not gonna even go looking. Like I said, I'm gonna write out on a piece of paper what I want this person to look like. More importantly, what I want this person to be like on the inside, what characteristics they got, how they are spiritually, and they just gonna pop up in front of me one day without me even knowing. They just gonna pop up in front of me without me even knowing. Yep. Hey, look, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. And hey, look, this time I wasn't able to do it last time, but last time I took time out for me. I wasn't able to weed out bad seeds, but this time I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna get played this time. But, yep. Masculine energy. Yep. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. That's why I said I'm getting off the date. I'm getting off the date market. Women don't want men to be masculine until they have enough money in their pockets. Like, they don't want you talking like you a man unless you got money in your pockets. That's been my experience, and I've seen it. It's like all over. Like, it's like if you ain't got the money to back it up, basically the energy sit your ass down somewhere. So, okay, all right. Oh boy, hey, look, I'm telling you, that's the energy I've got. So yeah. Ain't no more Bob Lee swagger. Nah, I'm sitting out. It's too much abundance. Remember this word, abundance. It ain't no money shortage. It is not no money shortage. No. Ain't no money shortage. It's 7.8 billion people in this world. Some of the richest people in the world have I don't know, quadruple that money, but how much is Elon Musk worth? Like $178 billion? No. See, that's the world that we live in. They want people to think like everything is skimpy around here. Like, nah, man. Like, that's why I always tell some people, I can see how some people could want to leave this world and not want to live here no more. The people that run this world, I don't know what they are. Like, for one, and I ain't gonna spend too much time on it, and it's obvious, like the people that supposedly run this world, they ain't got no heart, they ain't got no soul. Like, they might not even be real people. Like, being honest with you, like, y'all donate to y'all do the fake donations. Like, they not saying that they not real, but you do your little fake care by donating to charities. Like, man, y'all don't really care about this world. There's one person in particular, I grew up thinking this dude was a good dude, but it's like dog, like, I ain't even know you was that type of person till last year when they started talking about you. I ain't gonna even mention your name, Mr. BG. Supposedly been like one of the top richest people, like, for the longest time. Like, I just can't believe you, man. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I grew up thinking, like, like somebody that kind of look up to, but not look up to like that. But I ain't think he was this bad of a person, like the way they're paying you out to be. Like, if indeed what I'm hearing is true. I mean, and you can never know by the internet, but if what I'm hearing is true, like, really? Okay. All right. Y'all have a good day, though. I'm nearly approaching 30 minutes on this video, so I need y'all to be more interactive on these videos now. Like, I go back and I see some likes, that's cool, but I need y'all to comment on this video, subscribe on this video, let me know what you think. Let me know some topics y'all want to hear. As a matter of fact, let me know some topics that you want to hear, men and women, because I'm not stopping doing my videos. Like, I'm gonna keep it going with the videos. I'm gonna hit the audience that I'm trying to hit. Like, I'm gonna get y'all, especially my extroverted introverts. Like, I'm gonna keep going for y'all. But y'all have a good day, though, and I might be back.